Are Magic the Gathering players funny? Welcome back to another week of Magic the Gathering meme review. We're coming back to r/Magic the Circle Jerking to see what memes we've got this week. Now, there were the ban updates in Commander, so I have a suspicion a lot of the memes are going to be about that. So let's see who cooked and who didn't. All right, first up, the RC upsetting the right people. Banning Jeweled Lotus and Mana Crypt is apocalyptically stupid from MTG. This is an economic nuke on collectors and shops. Absolute bullshit. And that was posted by Tim Pool. So yeah, if there's some people that I'm okay with losing money. All right, next up. Tired of EDH offshoot formats becoming overrun with Nazis? Cut out the middleman and have them just start out that way. I'm announcing a new Magic format called Commander Open. Proxies are allowed and we use the ban list pre-September 23rd. We will have tournaments and cash prizes. I mean, you might as well join the tournaments. It's gonna be easy pickings. You're playing against people whose card pool didn't go past unlimited. This is America. One child is holding something that's been banned in America to protect them. Guess which one? Jeweled Lotus was coming for the kids. I mean, we had to get rid of it before things got out of hand, you know? Ordered last Friday, came in today, crying right now. 5 Dock Signs, 5 Jeweled Lotus, 5 Mana Crypts. They be some really sick proxies though. We can't ban it, it's like emblematic, you see? Sol Ring, I have done nothing wrong ever in my life. Rules Committee, I know this and I love you. The Rules Committee gave out their reasoning for banning Mana Crypt and Jeweled Lotus, being like, oh, this is fast starts, this accelerates people too fast. And then they immediately, knowing the backlash they were gonna get from it, went, we know that Sol Ring is like that, but Sol Ring is so important to the identity of the format. They expected the backlash on the Sol Ring on not being banned being the exact same thing. Wow. On the future of Commander, Wizards of the Coast, Commander is over. This is a recent one. This is still top of the week, but this one boosted real high only 7 hours ago from when I recorded it. So if you don't know, Wizards announced today, well, today of recording, that they are taking over management of Commander due to the insane backlash that the community threw at the Rules Committee and Commander Advisory Group. Bad situation all around. They had doxing, death threats, and they figured we should give this to a company that's used to this and has the resources to manage it. Completely understandable. I don't think an unpaid gig managing a casual format is worth doxing and death threats personally. But the people complaining seem to disagree. All right, next up. Can't understand what all the fuss is about. Just rule 0 it. What do you mean banned? Can't you rule 0 that back in? My homebrew is just a 7 anyway. Mana Crypt, Jeweled Lotus, Black Lotus, Grizzlebrand. What's Grizzlebrand gonna draw into? My deck's is like a 4. Yeah, my commander's Grizzlebrand, but he's just gonna draw into like vehicles. Is this combo any good or is it just win more? Harmonic Prodigy? Triskaidekaphile? No, if you have multiple opponents, you have to beat each one of them individually, so you have to win the game twice. It's really good, actually. Please, just one more Rules Committee and it'll fix the format. I swear, guys, it'll work this time. Please, you have to believe me. Situation, there are 14 competing CDH ban lists. 14? Ridiculous. We need to develop one universal ban list that soothes everyone neurosis. Yeah, soon. Situation, there are 15 competing CDH ban lists. With the bracket system, we now have 4 different potential Commander formats, so I'll be excited to see what the debate lords think about what qualifies what bracket. Hey look, that's you, innocuous rat. He's pretty cute. Pet rats are pretty cute. Both are naked and covered in oil. Which godlike genocidal eugenicist is a worse father? Urza or the God Emperor of Mankind? God Emperor of Mankind. Urza's mistakes ruined some planes. The God Emperor of Mankind's mistakes could very well just end the universe or just make it fall to total chaos as we know it. So he edges Urza out just a little bit. Besides, Urza's Ruinous Blast used to be one of my favorite cards in Kethis EDH. All right, next up. Nothing to see here. Totally flavorful green card. Green, instant. Create a 3/3 green beast creature token, then choose one. That creature fights another target creature, then sacrifice it. That creature deals damage equal to its power to target planeswalker, player, or battle, then sacrifice it. I don't know what you want. It's clearly a green card. I mean, the art, maybe if we just made the art a little more green, like we just, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I ain't gonna elaborate further. The 2024 nuclear family. Neurodivergent dad, male mom, daughter, woke dog. the liberals have gone too far this time. Ooh, we've got a hangover from the Gary Larson memes. Let's take a look. Assassin's Trophy. It's Assassin's Trophy, but it's the Gary Larson comic. Professor Levon had many enemies in the entomological world, detective, but if you examine that data label, you'll find exactly when and where he was, shall we say, collected. Fun holdover from the Gary Larson epidemic. My honest feelings about the ban. Me, who supports the ban last Saturday with my friends. I -6 Nissa to turn 2 of my lands into 5/5 elemental flyers and attack you. Then I cast Embiggen. Since this land has an everything counter from Omo, it gets +18/+18 and knocks you out of the game. Commander is the best when I can do cool stuff like this. Also, we're basically budget players, so I barely proxy as is. Okay, so before I read this any farther, too much text, so many words, but I'm getting through it. Tryhards who send death threats to the rules committee. What the fuck? Now I can't get Niv Mizzet out on turn 3 and make my opponent shit themselves to death. Now I have to wait till turn 4. Also, I think using proxies is cheating and using Black Border Infinity cards is cringe and bad. Did I mention I am financially ruined because of this? I don't know, I made this up. Also, this person is not a CDH player. See, important distinction on the meme, person's not a CDH player. Honestly, majority of CDH players were like, yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but let's figure out what we can do with the format now. Meanwhile, the Commander community was death threatening the advisory group. So who's the real toxic players now? I'm gonna need those cards back. I'm nothing without Jeweled Lotus, Dockside Extortionist, and Mana Crypt. If you're nothing without it, you shouldn't have had. The cards went over the text. If you're nothing without it, then you shouldn't have it. It is really weird that people in casual groups were showing up and pub stomping casual pods with these cards in their decks. Heard they banned this. My Simic Landfall deck is complete trash now, I guess. So we got Mana Crypt, and then we have Time Twister, Aboro, Gaia's Cradle, Thoracle, Fierce Guardianship, Lionside Diamond, Manafall. What are you doing with Lionside Diamond in a Simic deck? You're a trash deck builder, come on now. Did I miss anything? Win, 0 mana, instant, companion. Your starting deck has at least 1 card in it, split second. When you cast the spell, you win the game. The deck can have any number of cards named Win. Win can be your commander. I feel like the problem is this can just get countered by Ceremonious Rejections, so like, pretty unplayable, honestly. All right, next up. Another 7 hours ago, it's just hysterical laughter, I'll do my best. On the future Commander, Rules Committee is giving management of the Commander format to the game design team of Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, so this is just announcing what I already mentioned earlier. It's just the official post that Wizards of the Coast is officially taking over the format now. Found in the change.org petition comments, LOL. The current bans killed my favorite deck, which wasn't even overpowered. Darn, I can't believe your deck has to go 1 turn slower. Next up, All Empires Fall. Sheldon Menery's Elder Dragon Highlander. Bracket 4, official CDH, unofficial CDH. Bracket 3, high power. Bracket 2, low power. Bracket 1, precon. Now that's really interesting. I haven't gotten a chance to look at the brackets, but if they're unironically saying bracket 1 is precon, how are they dividing these up? I can intentionally build a lower power EDH deck. I mean, I'm working on mono blue shrines right now. That's definitely lower than a precon. Fuck Mana Crypt. Glad that card is banned. Came home the other day and saw it in bed with my wife. After watching, like a good Redditor, I sent a strongly worded letter to WotC about how their cards behaved. I'm glad they listened. TLDR, Mana Crypt fucked my wife. All right, that's probably my favorite one this week, honestly. All right, so that is the end of this week. Seeing if Magic the Gathering players are funny. Honestly, this was a pretty good week, but there were a lot of things popping with the Commander ban list, and then a couple of memes snuck in of the recent events of WotC taking over Commander. So we got a lot of good ones out of that. There were also a couple bangers that were unrelated to any of that. So honestly, this was a really good week for Magic the Circle Drinking. Really happy to see it. I thought a lot of them were funny, or at the very least pretty amusing. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed watching and have a great rest of your day.